everybody, to Fantasy Pros. This is the Saturday Q&A live stream. It is me, Joey P, Joe Pisapia. With me, of course, is my boy Patty Cakes, Pat Fitzmaurice, who's got baseball on his brain. His Milwaukee Brewers are facing elimination tonight, but they are at home. But we stole him away from his baseball thoughts to answer your football questions. So again, drop them in the chats here because we want to get to all of your questions today. We've got London games. That's why we're here on a Saturday again. So while the Jets look to get a win in London, and maybe they'll have a different set of luck on a different continent, I doubt it, but we'll see. We are here to make sure we get ahead of the curve for all your start sit questions. So drop them in the chats here. And don't forget, super chats go right to the front of the queue. So if you have a super chat, drop it in there. We'll send yours right up to the top. And at some point, we will be cutting them off just in case we get to a little later in the show. We don't want you to waste any of that cash of yours here, but we appreciate the super chats. We appreciate being with you. And Fitzy, you know, it's another week too. We're getting a lot of inactives, right? We've seen Chris Godwin. We've seen Chuba Hubbard. I mean, it just seems like so far the theme of this season has just been injury plagued.
It has been. And a lot of times we don't find out some of this news until later in the week, Joe, which makes planning a little hard. Sometimes we're getting news after waivers have run, or at least after the first waiver run in league. So yeah, and this feels like kind of a tricky week with the 2 Monday night games, the London game, and possibly a couple of weather games on the East Coast, Joe.
Yeah. East Coast weather looking a little weird right now. I'm in Jersey. It's 60 something degrees and drizzly. I don't know if that's nor'easter weather, but I don't know. We'll figure it all out here. So again, drop your super chats. We're going to get to your questions here. And let's start here at the top of the queue. We got Awesome Dev, who never misses a program. Happy Saturday, bros. Full PPR with Jennings likely playing. Do I start Bourne over Ridley? Also on the waiver wire, Horton, Coker, Tyquan Thornton, and Shakir. Shakir is interesting to me here over Bourne or Ridley. Personally, I just think it's a good matchup here. Tyquan's been all right, but look, Bourne had such a huge Thursday night football performance last week with Mac Jones. I don't think it's repeatable, but do you want to start him over Ridley or do you want to start Shakir over both?
I've Ridley ranked one spot ahead of Shakir and consider that a toss up. I think Shakir might be the safer play. Like he is the floor play, whereas Ridley, he had those drops issues early in the season, but then he had the big game last week and you wonder if he's sort of out of the woods now. And pretty good matchup against the Raiders. So a slight lean towards Ridley. I do think he gives you the best chance of throwing a big punch. Bourne, not a bad option, but a little less appealing with Jennings likely to play. Plus, also, Joe, like Mac Jones is not full go. And if anything happened to Jones in game, then you get Adrian Martinez and the passing game dies completely. And Bourne is not doing anything with Adrian Martinez.
You have to trust in McCorkle Jones at the end of the day, Fitzy. You got to trust in McCorkle.
He's a tough guy.
He is, man. Misfit, more than Jens, 2 leagues, full PPR. With Mac Jones injury news, do I play Kendrick Bourne or Michael Carter in the flex? There's going to be a lot of Kendrick Bourne questions. Kendrick Bourne questions today all day. I can feel it already. So, and then another one, Bourne or Doubs. Let's take that last one first. Bourne or Doubs for you?
I've got Doubs ranked one spot higher right now.
Okay.
And so I do feel he's maybe a little bit safer with again, the Mac Jones injury questions possibly. And then like Carter, to me, not even a question. 23 touches last week. And I don't think Amari DiMercato was bucking for more playing time with his goal line theatrics.
No, probably not. I think these are 2 easy ones, Doubs and Carter too. So we're in agreement there. Football de noche. Should I trade Omarion Hampton for Garrett Wilson and Jacory Croskey-Merritt?
Oh yeah. I mean, this is, especially with Hampton, going to miss at least 4 games, possibly more. Croskey-Merritt kind of breaking out last week, and Garrett Wilson, really a top 10 receiver, even though maybe top 5, even though he doesn't have a great matchup this week. So in a heartbeat, football de noche. Take this.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Take it now because you don't know how Hampton's going to come back. Robert, next. Good morning, guys. Who do you start, Worthy or Deebo this week? I would start Deebo.
You know,
because neither is healthy. Like, I mean, we've heard Worthy injury issues too. I know Deebo had some issues, but with McLaurin not playing, I think Deebo has to play.
But you know who's also not healthy, Joe, is the Detroit secondary right now with no DJ Reed and
that's true too.
And no Terry and Arnold. That's their 2 best cornerbacks. So this one is really close for me. I mean, maybe the weather game actually helps Deebo a little bit if the weather is bad in the DC area. So I do have Deebo ranked one spot ahead of Worthy. Robert, this one does feel like a coin flip, though. I mean, I do
All right.
both top 15 guys for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go roll with Deebo just in the.
Sorry, what was Robert's Javonte Williams question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That one
I don't
up
know if you
again.
can bring it back up there, Sal. Sorry, I lost it from the chat. So there it is. Would you start Javonte Williams over one of those guys in the PPR flex?
I would, yes.
I would
I
too.
think it's
Yeah,
a
sorry.
really good game environment for Javonte against Carolina.
Good looking out there, Pat. Thanks
You
for
bet.
covering my back. Bam Bam is up next here. Close matchups this week. Please help. Full PPR. Pick one of each. Jennings or Garrett Wilson?
I'm still going Garrett Wilson, even though
Same.
he's got the tough matchup. But he's not going to be on Patrick Surtain Jr. every single snap. So
this is tricky here.
I'd normally have him ranked top 5, but I still have Garrett Wilson ranked wide receiver 10.
We got Raiders D or Rams D. Rams taking on the Ravens. Raiders taking on the Titans there.
I mean, I've got the Rams as a top 5 play this week.
Me too. See, I'm Rams too. Okay, and then Bourne or DJ Moore.
I'm going Bourne here. DJ Moore hasn't had more than 6 targets in any game this season, and you get the possibility of some weather for his game too. So I'm going with Bourne.
They should trade DJ Moore to the Jets. Just let Fields have him and Garrett Wilson and Mason Taylor, and then maybe you got something next year. Maybe you're moving towards the right direction.
That's a good thought because DJ Moore clicked with Fields in Chicago.
Click with Fields in Chicago. I mean, DJ is clearly not part of the plan, and so far, at least in Chicago. It's Roma Dunze and maybe Luther Burden eventually. We'll see where things go. Coke Butter Cheese, also never miss a program. We love you, Coke. Lost Hampton and have to start Pacheco as my RB2. I got London, Waddle, Adams, Tet, Harvey, and Javonte. Thinking of trading Adams and Hall, but he also wants Pacheco. Is it worth it? I'm 2-3 in a 16 league. So I lost Hampton to have Pacheco. So we're trying to understand here. You're trading Adams for Hall, but he also wants Pacheco. So Adams and Pacheco for Hall, basically.
So, yeah, I'm okay with that.
That leaves you then with London, Waddle, Tet.
Tedero and McMillan. Yeah, so that's a pretty good core 3, especially if you only have to start 2 every week. And then, Pacheco, I don't think he has much value because, he is not a plus when you put him in your starting lineup. Breece Hall, I mean, things are so concentrated with the Jets offense. I know it hasn't been pretty. Maybe Breece Hall gets traded, although I kind of doubt it now that they lost Braylon Allen long term. So I'm okay with it, honestly.
Okay. I'm okay with it too. I see Pacheco as more of a throw-in. I just wanted to make sure.
With his roster, it makes sense.
Yeah, especially if it's a 2 wide receiver scenario, I'm good with that. If it's 3, make sure you have some depth there.
Yes.
That's all I would say there. All right, next up here we have, who's next? Frost Dragon is up next. PPR, flex spot, roll the dice. Kincaid plays and produces, or play Kendre Miller and hope that Kamara doesn't. Even if Kamara does play, it seems like there's room for Kendre Miller to get some work. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, there is room for Kendre to get work. I think he's got a pretty good chance at double-digit touches, but then again, the Patriots' run D is not bad. That's a pretty tricky matchup. Kincaid has been just so ridiculously efficient and scoring touches. He's averaging 12 yards per target, Joe. I saw that the other day. That's crazy. I'm in PPR.
Well, the problem is though, you have to wait till Monday night, maybe. To have the Kincaid clarity. That's another problem too.
But it sounds like he's gonna go. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think I would go with Kincaid here.
Okay. All right. Let's get to Thomas's question up here. Thomas wants to know PPR flex, Henderson, Haskins, Harvey, or Coker. Who do you want to start this week?
I'm stubbornly going with Henderson, Joe.
Okay.
It doesn't feel great, but the matchup is pretty good. You figure the Patriots are going to have a pretty run-friendly game script, and we have to be one Ramondre Stevenson away from Henderson getting a huge spike. Although we keep saying that, and it turns out,
when does it happen?
When,
Pat?
Yeah, Vrabel seems like this old school coach, and it turns out he's the most forgiving guy in the world.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why they seem to have this problem there. Honestly, I mean, Haskins against the Dolphins is not a terrible play, I don't think.
It's not.
I understand this one, especially if you're playing the law of averages here. I would probably lean towards Haskins, but Henderson is the guy that I want to play, so I'm where Pat is here.
Yeah, I don't hate Haskins. If you go with Haskins, I've only got Henderson a spot or 2 higher in my rankings over Haskins.
I was trying to look too at the rushing, the rushing given up defensively this year, because I want to say Miami was pretty far up there. Where they're not
they're
worst, but they're got to be up there, right? Oh no, they are the worst. 871, right?
Wow.
The Eagle. He was. I mean, I know they played one extra game, but the Eagles are at 806. So that's kind of interesting too. Now they have had 2 games with no Jalen Carter, but it's still really interesting there. So all right, let's go to Stink's question here. Stink Mangione, morning y'all, howdy. Starting Bournard, putting Ellick and Hunter Henry in the flex, Kraft at tight end. Rough bye week and injuries hitting me at 1 and 4. Will this work out? Let's look at your crystal ball, Pat Fitzmaurice. What do you have?
What's up, Stink? Yeah, it could. Kraft, great matchup against the Bengals. Hunter Henry always in play because Drake May loves him. Aya Manor, like Raiders, you can throw on the Raiders. Absolutely. So, and Bourne, he's number 2 in the target pecking order, but still the key for Bourne obviously is the health of Mac Jones. That could work out for sure. It's not going to work out if Adrian Martinez has to play.
Pat, if you take out Thursday night's game between the Giants and Eagles, the Dolphins have 871 rushing yards allowed. The next worst is the Titans at 734. Wow. That's how bad Miami's been. Like I said, Haskins, I think is very, even if Vidal does get work, I think Haskins is still in play.
Yeah.
Also in play, DraftKings, one of our sponsors of our shows here. So DraftKings Pick 6 app is available for you. Go make your picks over at DraftKings right now. Download the Pick 6 app while you're looking at an opportunity here to play $5, and you get $50 in bonus picks for new customers. So if that's you, what are you waiting for? Pick 6 is one of the new DraftKings games, so download the DraftKings app and play a little Pick 6. And remember, $5 gets you $50 in bonus picks only on DraftKings when you sign up today with the promo code FPROS. That promo code again at DraftKings Pick 6, FPROS. All right, let's get to more of your questions. Yusef is up here. Howdy, y'all. Howdy. Kamara, Charbonnet, Pacheco, Golden, pick 2. Who do you want in here?
Well, we're going to know in time whether Kamara's playing. If Kamara's playing, I'm playing him over all these guys.
Okay. Let's do Kamara playing. Give me one more, and then we'll give you who's next man up if Kamara's not.
I'm going to go with Charbonnet by nose over Pacheco. I don't want to play Pacheco.
Okay, so then Charbonnet, Pacheco if Kamara's out. Okay,
yeah, and then I would probably, Golden would be my third.
There's never a scenario where Pat wants to start Matthew Golden. I can just tell you that. It's just never happening. And so far you haven't been wrong. I can't, we were right about Scadaboo. Scott Bogman, the father of Cam Scadaboo, certainly very right, and me right behind him as the stepfather. That was fun to watch, wasn't it? On Thursday night.
Oh my goodness. A good time, man. Yes.
If you love football, you can't not like. I mean, that's the thing. I grew up in the tri-state area my whole life. Even when the Giants were good in the late 80s and the early 90s, and even in the Eli Manning runs, they were always boring. They're just a boring team to watch typically. And then when they're bad, they're even more boring. And this is fun. I'm enjoying watching Giant games because I want to watch Cam Scadaboo and Jackson Dart because they're just goofballs. And it's just fun.
On one of those touchdowns, he probably could have just walked into the end zone untouched, but there was a defender at the goal line, and he chose to try to. He's just such a, oh my God. And
it might burn out before it fades away, but I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts.
Culturally, it's so fun for the Giants, and I'm glad Giants fans get this.
And it's rocking the building, which is creating an advantage that they haven't had in that building, to be honest.
Right.
All right. Let's go to B here. Morning Bros. I need 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Dowdle. Okay, so who's the RB in here for you?
Oh, you got to play Rico in the revenge game against the Cowboys. I mean, they let him walk, and he signs that cheap 1-year contract. He wants to wreck the Cowboys, and I think he has a good chance to.
All right, next up here, you have Tet, QJ, Garrett Wilson, Bourne, and JMO. So you got 2 wide receivers.
I'm going with Garrett Wilson, despite the tricky matchup, and I'm going with Teteroa McMillan against the Cowboys. It might not be that great a matchup for Tet and Bryce Young because the Cowboys play a lot of cover 3 and Bryce Young has struggled against cover 3. It's not those
flex left too.
Yeah, those 2. I'm playing Quentin Johnston if he plays, and it sounds like he's going to play. He's been limited all week. He's got a hamstring issue. There's a little bit of risk there, but Quentin Johnston's been pretty great this year, so I'm playing him if he's active, and he should be.
All right, let's get to the next one here. We got Jake's question here. A lot of guys this week need help picking 1 RB. Swift, Pollard, JCM, or Rico?
Oh, I'm going.
I like JCM too, but your
I
Rico
do
argument's
too.
very palpable.
Well, he gets 2 flexes here,
So,
Joe.
okay, let's play Rico and JCM, right?
For sure. Absolutely.
Okay, and then you get 2 wide receivers and then 1 bonus pick.
Oh, man. I think we have to play Deebo.
You got to play Diggs the way he's been playing.
I think you have to play Diggs. And, man, like...
I think you play Ladd against the Dolphins. Like I
do
know,
too.
Like, that's what I'm doing.
Man, the Seattle secondary is really banged up too. This could be a BTJ smash game, but I do think Ladd is maybe. I mean, this sounds strange because he has not been safe, but I think Ladd might be a little safer than BTJ this week. So, man, a lot of good options on that team. Like that's a good team.
D Pitt, Trey McBride or Tyler Warren? The answer is trade one.
Yes,
that's the answer.
Yeah, I don't want to have to make that choice every week, but for this week, I do have Trey McBride ranked higher. But if we get any word that Kyler Murray is going to be out, then you pivot to Tyler Warren quickly.
You know, I don't know, Pat. Like, I mean, is Jacoby Brissett that bad? Like, I don't know. It's like
last time we saw him, he kind of was. Joe.
I'll say this: it because you're pivoting to the probably number 1 guy in Warren, but like I mean, I got to put one of these guys on the block. There's got to be somebody looking for a tight end in your league. This is crazy.
Agreed.
And then Michael Carter is definitely startable here, D.
Yeah, for sure, with the 23 touches last week.
And look, this is a good problem to have. This is good drafting, right? Where you're acquiring talent, or good waiver wire pickups, where you're just acquiring guys. This is very smart. This is why you do it, because then you have leverage to make deals. All right, let's go to Chills here. Bourne or Doubs or Coleman?
This is a tough call for sure. You know, I'm such a Keon enthusiast, Joe. Like I think he's the best player of the 3, and he's tied to the best quarterback of the 3.
I'd play Doubs because I just think he's got the best touchdown equity of the 3 of them in this one. Just the Cincinnati Bengals are so bad, Pat. They're so bad.
I know, but it might also be, you know, one of those Josh Jacobs 30 carries games.
It might be, but I still think there's room for both of those things to be true. Like that's how I look at it. Michael Carter versus Swift. I want to play Carter.
Me too. And
then Stevenson or Ken Walker.
I'm playing Ken Walker.
Same.
You know, again, where Stevenson could be 1 fumble away from, you know, no more touches.
Okay. Let's go to Schnepp's question here. Hey, gents, flex Pacheco, Tootin, or pick up Bourne if Jennings is listed out?
Can we just pick up Bourne anyway, even with Jennings playing? Like, I think Jennings is going to play. I would rather play Bourne than either Pacheco or Tootin.
And what about these guys on the wire? Tucker, Tolbert, Flournoy. Boy, Flournoy was a real, like...
He was
waiver darling this week.
Yeah, I don't want to chase last week's points on him. I don't want to chase the whatever it was week 3 points on Trey Tucker either.
Luis, it seems like Jamar's going to play from what I saw last night, so I don't think you have to worry about this. And you know, Meyers would be the pivot. That's the only pivot.
Yes.
Like, let's not go crazy here. Spartacus is up next here. Trade J Moss. Who's J Moss? Why am I? Jordan Mason. Okay.
Okay.
I love when people give nicknames that don't exist to people. Higgins, Monty, and then for Davante Adams, Henderson, or Davante Adams and Dobbins.
Wait.
Or no.
Derrick Henry.
Oh, Derrick Henry. I'm sorry.
Or Davante Adams.
Spartacus. Why don't you buy a vowel? Like, let's try to, like, you know, let's
this is hard to decipher.
This is not Twitter where you have only so many characters to ask a question.
I don't know who
a little deeper.
DA is. So I want to try to trade.
It's not, I assume it's Davante Adams twice. So it's Davante Adams and Derrick Henry, or Davante Adams and Dobbins for Mason, Higgins, and Monty. I say no.
I mean, I'd rather have the Adams.
I want the Adams
side of it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was confusing this early in the morning. Let's go to Angelo's question here. Down 30 after Scadaboo's explosion. Yeah. I started him everywhere, too, that I had him. It's a good feeling. For flex, go with upside with Jameson Williams or play it safe with Michael Carter. I think Carter's got enough upside in there, too. I go with Carter.
Yeah, I mean, I know Jameson is the big play guy, but, you know, like...
When?
We haven't seen him, just hasn't been getting enough targets. I do think there is upside with Carter, for sure.
Yeah, look, there's upside with Williams, but there's also zero. Like, there's always... a world... This is where people overreact, right, Pat? Like Thursday, Scadabo puts up a 30. People are like, oh my God, I got to go change things. Meanwhile, if the rest of that other team underperforms and your team performs at level, and then you have a stupid 0 from Jameson Williams, why would you do that? Well, Michael Carter is going to get you a baseline of points.
Right.
I just don't understand that.
Team Scatabo could have 3 different guys brick for him.
Exactly.
And Carter is coming off a 23 touch game and positioned well to make another run at 20 touches.
Start your best players. Stop worrying about what you're playing against. Like, that is the biggest fallacy in all of fantasy football.
Agreed.
Which is good alliteration, which makes Pat very proud of me. Psycho Nash, half PPR. I'm 1-4. Do I trade Walker and Tet for Jacobs?
Kenneth Walker and Tedero McMillan for Jacobs. Yeah, I mean, if you...
It's a good day to do it.
It definitely is. And if you have the wide receiver depth and can handle losing Tedero and McMillan, I'm on board.
All right, Flack Attack, full PPR. Good start with Goddard. Need a flex. Kenny G, Pacheco, Goddard. I'm sorry. Full PPR, good start without Goddard? I'm not sure here. Good start with Goddard. I'm not sure what that means. Need a flex. Kenny G.
Yes, Goddard. He got the 20 points or whatever from Goddard.
So there you go. Kenny G, Pacheco, Downs, or Vidal. Who do you want in there?
Who is Kenny G? I'm just, for some reason, my mind is like locked in on Kenny Galladay, and I don't want it to be on that anymore.
Let's see. Kenny G.
I wish people would use full names here. That would be
or just last names, or even
easier.
so. Ken. I'm looking for Ken. It's not Ken Walker. Oh, Kenneth Gainwell.
Oh,
Kenny G. Kenneth Gainwell. Or perhaps we're all wrong, and it's just the dulcet tones of soft jazz musician Kenny G.
Man, I am going. My highest ranked guy here is.
I think it's Downs. Like, that's kind of what I would do here. I don't trust anybody, so I might as well roll the dice here with Downs. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, Gainwell is my highest,
especially in a full PPR. Like, I'll gets a couple catches. If he breaks one big one, we're in good shape.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Joe. And then I've got
if it
Mahomes.
were half, maybe I'd be different. Like, a different scenario there.
I've got Mahomes ranked QB4 and May QB5. I love May, but man, like, Mahomes has been slinging. He's been running, and Detroit is going to push him into an up-tempo game where maybe Mahomes has to do a lot, so I like him this week.
All right, Andrew had asked a super chat, but he didn't put the question in. So Baker or Daniels for the start?
Oh, man. This is kind of a tough one, Joe. I have Baker. I have Daniels ranked higher. A little bit higher.
On Baker Mayfield for MVP yesterday.
Not a bad bet. The only thing,
it's at plus 950 right now, and I don't love him this week against the 49ers, but if he beats the 49ers, I feel like they're in a weird cruise control position for the conference because the Eagles aren't very good. There's a lot of teams out there in the NFC that have a lot of warts in it, and there's just something right now about that Baker Mayfield thing where I feel like the media is catching up and saying, hey, we really like this Baker Mayfield story that's been building the last couple. It's a slow burn story.
It is.
But it's a really good one.
Yeah. If he had more of his weapons, I'd feel better about it. But now
that's why I like it, because he's been doing it and getting the job done
MVP.
without Mike. Yeah. Without Mike Evans.
Starting over Jaden Daniels now.
No. But looking at MVP odds, you're like, oh man, he's doing it without Mike Evans, without Godwin. He's got a rookie wide receiver. Tristan Wirfs missed a couple weeks. And there's Baker Mayfield going on the road and winning big game after big game. It's definitely America loves a good comeback story.
Yeah.
And Baker Mayfield's definitely one of those. Like, he certainly is. All right, King Andrew, hey pros, Monty or Carter as the flex?
I'm going to go with Carter with the better touch outlook. And I know the Chiefs' run D hasn't been lights out this year, but it's usually pretty good. So I'm taking Carter.
Then you got Bo Nix, Justin Fields, or Daniel Jones for week 6.
I'm going with Danny Dimes here.
Okay.
I don't want to play Fields against the Broncos.
All right, very good. Let's get to Michael's question here. Baker or Herbert?
Oh, man, this one's tough. I have Baker ranked one spot ahead of Herbert this week.
Okay, and then Bourne, Pollard, Haskins.
I think I'm going for the safety with Pollard and the what should be a pretty high touch count. Like, I know it's not super appealing, then at tight end, you got to go Hunter Henry here.
I agree. Some good options, though, here.
Good
options there. All right, let's go to Notable Nick. Keenan Allen, Egbuka, Marvin Harrison, pick one. Egbuka never leaves my lineup, guys.
Yep.
What are we doing here? I also bet
especially
on him
with Godwin out.
I like the Rookie of the Year Emeka Egbuka storyline, too. I think that's working out pretty good right now. Here's the next question. I have CMC, King Henry, Amon-Ra. Should I fix K9?
Flex,
Flex
Kenneth
K9.
Walker.
What am I doing? I'm not used to this morning Saturday stuff. Flex K9. Or
I
bench
would
for Haskins, Ridley, or Hollywood.
No, I'd play Walker over those three.
Tyler's up next year. Tyler, PPR, pick 2. Golden, Ayomanor, Carter, or Algier.
Carter for sure. I don't really want to play Algier in. Yeah, it's Matthew Golden, I think.
Yeah, woo! Celebrate. Let's go.
But it's not by a clear margin over Ayomanor. The thing is, Joe, like Golden played about 60% of the offensive snaps last week, and that was with no Jaden Reed. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little worried. Ayomanor plays more, and honestly, I think Ayomanor might be just as good, but you got the better quarterback tied to Matthew Golden.
By the way, I'm wearing like the most Mike Vrabel outfit I could find today.
That is a pretty Vrabel-esque outfit.
Very Vrabel-esque. I'm just realizing. I've had this for like 10 years, but I feel like Mike Vrabel is making it like stylish again. All right, awesome dev, Superflex. Lamar out starting May and Mac Jones. Okay, that's fine. T-Law on the bench. I'm okay with that. I think the T-Law stuff was really fun the other night, but I don't want to chase it necessarily too. Would you play T-Law over Mac Jones just from a health perspective?
I've still got Mac Jones ranked higher. I mean, it's so hard to run on the Buccaneers. They're kind of a pass funnel defense. And I mean, Trevor Lawrence, it hasn't always been pretty. It worked out last week. The Seattle defense is pretty banged up in the secondary, but I'm still going with Mac Jones.
And then Ridley, Shakir, or Bourne.
I've Shakir ranked highest. I think he's safest.
I got to tell you, Pat, I think that Brandon Ayuk contract is going to go down as one of the worst in 49er history. Like, what a waste of money. I don't know why they did what they did. It was not smart. All right, is Chess again. No Collins, lost Hill and Evans, waiting away too, waiting for Rushy Rice. I need to start one of these guys. Bourne, Jennings, Doubs, Coleman, Franklin, or Downs. So one of these guys.
Man, I'm playing Jennings here, Joe.
Okay.
You know, I understand think he has a chance for heavy usage. Like Franklin could be kind of a sneaky play if Sutton is getting sauced this week, but I then again Franklin only played he didn't play a real full snap share last week. It could always be a Marvin Mims week, you know. Ugh. So I'm going Juwan Jennings there.
Those are the worst. Joshua, who do I start defense? Cleveland or Pittsburgh? You got to play Pittsburgh against a rookie, right?
Yeah, you know, I think so.
By the way, that team total for Denver for Cleveland is 16.5. This feels really low. Like, I don't know. Like, I understand it's the Cleveland Browns, but 16.5?
That is pretty low. I've the Steelers ranked 5th and the Browns ranked 8th. Both pretty good options, but I do prefer go against the rookie.
Yeah, I would go against the rookie.
At home against the rookie, too.
Yeah, off the bye, too. A lot of preparation time. All right, Zebzi, do I trade away Javonte, Odunze, Ladd, Devonta Smith for Elsa and Fields? My God, this is a huge trade.
Wow.
So Javonte, Odunze, Ladd, Devonta Smith, and Fields for Mahomes, Judkins, Kyron, Rice, and Lamb. I think you do.
Yeah, I mean...
I like the second part.
I do. You improve at running back for sure. And Rice and Lamb, I mean, that could be a monster punch. You have to withstand the loss of those. Not having those guys this week when you're already 1-4 is tough, but, you know, hope you can run the table after this, Ebsy, and you would have the firepower to do it. Also, does he start King? Is that King Henry?
King Henry, Carter, or Haskins? Look, Carter's the safer one of everybody right now.
I mean, I've got Henry ranked ahead of him, Joe. Like, you know, they've got to kind of run the offense through Henry. It's also going to be kind of a weather day. Like, I know the Rams aren't the easiest matchup, and things didn't work out for Henry last week other than falling into the end zone, but could fall into the end zone a couple of times. I'm still going with Henry.
That's fair. I'm good with that. Also, we got giveaways here in case you're hanging out with us on a Saturday. Drop your comments below, like this video, and you could be the winner of this week's Trophy Smack giveaway, which is the Wall Smack. Go Birds! That's right. This is from Trophy Smack, the #1 destination for epic fantasy football. Trophies, belts, rings, loser awards, golden toilets. They've got it all. So how do you win? Subscribe to the channel, drop your comments, like the video, and ring the bell till it goes ding so you never miss a piece of content here on the channel, and we can let you know if you are the winner of this week's Trophy Smack Wall Smack giveaway. JT, Pittsburgh Steelers. Speaking of them, look at the Pittsburgh Steelers logo on this one here. Should I trade away DK for Pittman and Keenan Allen? DK for Pittman and Keenan Allen. It's a pretty good haul.
I am good with that. Like DK has worked out so far, but man, Aaron Rodgers has like the lowest average depth of throw of any quarterback in the league, and that does not really work with DK. Like that big catch and run touchdown he had kind of dolls up his stats a little bit. So I like this deal, getting Pittman and Keenan Allen for DK. Good time to deal high on DK.
T-Mac and Waddle on the roster.
Yeah.
All right, GT. Look at JT. It's all business. He's going to trade away his own Pittsburgh Steeler.
Like it.
That's businessman right there. Notable Nick. I have Jordan Mason, Rashad White. So a need to drop one. Why you need to
drop one. Who's BT? I don't know who BT is.
BT. Here we go again.
Maybe get Nick to re-enter this one. Like if he can
perhaps
tell us. It's not real clear here, Nick, what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to decipher. I'm looking at like the roster of guys, but I don't know who the BT is either. So
yeah, I mean, like I'm dropping White before I'm dropping Mason because Bucky Irving will come back and make White pretty unusable.
Right. Karameshi, pick 3. Devontae Adams, Egbuka, Deebo, London, Tet McMillan. Well, Emeka Egbuka's in and London's in.
And I think
I'm playing Adams.
Yeah, I don't know.
Matthew Stafford's been so good, and that defense has nothing.
Here's the thing, Joe, though.
So many injuries.
Can the Ravens push the Rams to where they have to throw a lot? And, I mean, it's kind of a weather game, too. Like,
The weather is the best argument. If the weather is a concern of yours, that's fair. But, I mean,
I do have Adams ranked ahead of Deebo. It's really close, though.
I just feel like, look, you can make a case for Deebo, you can make a case for Tet even in the matchup too.
All these guys are top 15 options.
Yeah, so, they're all really good.
There are no bad choices here.
I don't know. I just feel like after that loss to the 49ers, they got to go out there and they got to go out there and put an ass kicking out there because that was an embarrassing home loss to the 49ers last week.
Yeah.
Alex Sanchez, 10-team Superflex PPR starting Josh Allen, Genti, Rico, Chase, Egbuka, Henry, flexing Rome, and then Superflex is Williams. Then we have any changes here. Lamar's out. I don't think we want to play Judkins over those guys necessarily. Not in the matchup anyway. And I mean, I don't know. I think this is the lineup. What do you think? I think it's good. I want to play Rome.
Yeah, I do too.
You play Chase and Egbuka. I mean, this is a good team.
It's a loaded team. I assume Taylor is not Jonathan Taylor. I mean, if it's Jonathan Taylor, I would put him in for Rico. Yeah. And
I assume he means Mason Taylor, I would think.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
And like I'm not as much as some of those bench guys are pretty good, like Judkins, or I'm not playing any of them over Caleb. It's a homecoming game for Caleb, Joe. He's a Washington, D.C. native. He's going to be fired up for this one.
All right. And by the way, Nick is happy with the answer. So we're good. Okay. So maybe it was BTJ. Well, we wouldn't be dropping him. That's the only thing I could think of. All right. DT702. Which 2 of 4 players should I start in the flex spots? Downs, Trey Tucker, Kate Otten, or Coker if he plays? Downs is good. After that, this is not a good scenario.
Yeah, I mean, with so many wide receivers out for the Buccaneers, you could make a case for Kate Otten. The only thing is, like, the 49ers are tough on tight ends, man. That is not a good matchup for tight ends. I'm inclined to go with Trey Tucker here as number 2.
It's not pretty, but
I do not like recommending Trey Tucker. Coker's kind of sneaky, but in his first game back, maybe he doesn't play full snaps. I don't know. I'm leaning Trey Tucker here over Otten.
If you get a good report, like Coker's a full go, everything's great. Tomorrow morning, you get a full sunshine report, I would throw Coker out there with Downs. That's what I would do. It's a good matchup for him. Maybe get lucky there. Hey, guys, flex Shaheed, Franklin, or Harvey. You know, Rashid Shaheed has had 4 more catches in every single game this year. Just as a fun fact. So he's been steady, and if Christian Gonzalez is locking down Olave, I'd imagine a lot of Shaheed. I would start Shaheed here.
I'm good with Shaheed, too. I agree, Joe.
All right, next up, he's been really consistent, which is really not the MO I would have thought of for Shaheed, but he's been like 4 catches, like every week. He's catching 4 balls, and, he's getting you double-digit points every single week.
Maybe one of the most underrated fantasy assets there is.
The Saints have not been nearly as awful as everybody anticipated. Like, they're not good, but they're not like they're not Jets bad.
No,
Like, they're not
Kellen Moore is doing a good job with a thin hand, you know?
And you know what's funny too? Like, everybody was like, oh, they're gonna tank this year and they're gonna go get Arch Manning. Arch Manning doesn't look great.
No.
You know, like, to be honest, like, Sellers is interesting. I like Mateer. That's the quarterback that I like, but he got hurt. So that's the guy that I'm most intrigued with after I watched him play this year.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a pretty good matchup today, Joe, with Fernando Mendoza and oh man, I'm blanking on the Oregon quarterback, but I can't believe I can't say this guy's name, but I think as of now, like, Dane Brugler has the Oregon quarterback as the top QB in the draft.
Oregon quarterback is this Dante Moore?
Dante Moore, yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, like, that might be the two best quarterbacks in the country squaring off today. So, game worth watching.
I will be checking that out later this afternoon. I never have like a Saturday off. We have no football today to coach. This is great. I get to watch college football, and tomorrow I get to watch all the NFL games. I've got no football to coach Sunday either. No tournament football. It's fantastic.
Glorious.
I'm gonna sit on my couch. I've always got to catch up and record everything and then watch everything until like 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't do that. I'm old, Pat. This is great. I'm gonna make some ribs tomorrow and some wings and just sit and watch football.
Delicious.
Koki. All right, Koki's up next here. The question here. Hey guys, Caleb or Fields?
Caleb in the homecoming game. Don't want to play Fields against Denver.
This next one's tough. Kraft or Warren? I mean, I
know it
Kraft
is
this week.
It is tough. You gotta like Kraft against the Bengals.
And then Chase Brown or Travion. Oof.
I'm going Chase Brown just on the sheer volume. Like, it's a tough matchup, but like, Chase Brown is getting like 16 carries a game or 16 touches a game. Like, I just want to go with the sheer volume there. And then I'm playing Kincaid over Ingram.
Yep, agreed. All right, let's go to Andy here. Should I drop Blake Corum as my bench handcuff and pick up Jaden Blue? I don't think Pat's going to let you do that.
No, neither of these guys are replacing the starters on the merits, but we've seen like the value of a running back in Sean Payton's offense. Like, if anything happens to Kyron, Corum is getting 20 touches a game. Like, and maybe Jaden Blue has offense. Jaden Blue, I just don't think he could be a workhorse running back. Like, he's just not built that way. So I'm keeping Corum.
All right, Dennis, start Deebo or Sutton this week?
Deebo. Sutton's going to be against Sauce all day.
Tyler, half PPR traded Hurts for Daniel Jones, Garrett Wilson. I need to start 2 out of Wilson, Ladd, BTJ, or JMO.
Yeah, we've had this Ladd versus BTJ, Joe, and it's a close one for me. I mean, maybe Ladd has an enhanced role with Quentin Johnston dealing with this hamstring thing. Maybe BTJ takes advantage of the beaten up Seattle secondary. I'm leaning very, very slightly toward Ladd there.
And then would you trade Mason for Pollard or May? Like, is this a super flex? Because I don't know if you already have Daniel Jones, like, just roll with Jones at this point. I don't want to move running back depth, but if I did, it would probably be Mason would be the guy for May.
Yeah, same here. And I love May, but like, that's kind of it. I'm never trying to like.
It's got a good schedule. That's the nice thing about May too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that if you have the running back depth.
All right, Ridley, Ramondre Stevenson, Michael Carter, Kamara, start 3, bench 1. So who's the odd man out of this grouping?
I'm just benching Ridley and playing all the running backs.
Same. Also, start Kincaid or Juwan Johnson for tight end.
I'm playing Kincaid. I mean, he's been so good. Juwan Johnson is the ankle thing, plus Foster Moreau and Taysom Hill are back, so maybe he doesn't get as many snaps or targets.
All right, next one up here. We've got Vice K, Quinn Johnson, DK, Pickens, Bourne, or Jennings. Pick 3.
All right.
DK's got to play. Pickens has to play.
Yes, and Quentin Johnston, I mean, he's dealing with a hamstring issue, but he's had limited practices all week, which it would be shocking if he did not play after being limited all week. So I'd play Quentin Johnston.
Okay, so we are in agreement about all of those. Also, if you're trying to figure out who's going to play and who's not, use the tools, right? That's what they're for. Are they playing? Well, go to fantasypros.com/are they playing? No question mark on that. But if you can see the probability and look into the future and know whether or not a player is going to be making his start on Sunday or Monday this weekend, this is the tool to know it. That way you can make the best decisions. And if players are iffy, you can get them out or pick up those key waiver wire guys that you need. So again, use the Are They Playing tool. Download the Fantasy Pros app wherever you get your apps, or just visit fantasypros.com/are they playing. Sync your leagues for free. Don't be a tool. Use the tools. All right, next up here, we have Zahir's question here. Zahir, good morning, Zahir. Ertz or Kendre Miller at the flex? Half PPR.
I'll take Kendre Miller here. I mean,
Okay.
I like Ertz. I'm not just doing this because Ertz was blanked last week. I do think.
I think he bounces back in a big way this week.
Yeah, I think he could, but still, Kendre Miller. I mean, the possibility with Kamara dealing with this ankle thing, and Kendre Miller's look pretty good. So slight lean towards Kendre. Do you agree with that, Joe? Or are you?
You know, I understand the volume aspect of it. Yeah, I think Ertz actually, ironically, might have more touchdown equity, to be honest, which is kind of a weird thing to say because one's a running back, one's a tight end. But I think that blank is an oddity considering the way they've gone. And look, no McLaurin again. Like you're gonna just the law of averages. You're gonna have to lean on these tight ends in this game against the Bears on Monday.
So you think Ertz over Kendre?
I don't remember what it was. It was PPR or not. Like if it was the half is like I'm leaning touchdown there, and it's really close.
It is like that is a really close to a coin flip call.
The more negative Alvin Kamara news gets in the next 24 hours, the more apt I am with Kendre Miller. The more positive Kamara gets, the more apt I am with Ertz.
Yeah,
because I think that's the best way to discern this. But look, man, I'm looking. I already bet Ertz to score a touchdown in that game, and you're getting more than 2-1 on him on that one. Like it's just you're in a good spot with this. I think. That's been his guy. Kevin K is up next year. Hollywood or Meyers, and then Shaheed. Or is that a trade? Hollywood or Meyers Shaheed. There's a slash there. I don't know if it's another or you're trading. You're not getting Meyers and Shaheed for Hollywood Brown. I can tell you that much. But
yeah, I mean, just how would I rank them this week, Kev? I'd go Meyers, Shaheed, Hollywood.
Ding, ding, ding. And then Pollard or Walker.
I'm going with Walker. I mean, he's just Seattle's pretty dedicated to the run. It's annoying that they always put Charbonnet in at the goal line, but Pollard just not a lot of touchdown equity with that guy and the Titans.
No. All right, let's go to Kyle's question here. 10-team Superflex, 2 running backs, 3 wide, PPR. Allen, Baker, Achane, Dowdle, Ladd, Wilson, Sutton, Tet, Ferg, Chuba, Mason, Marks. This is the thing. Okay, so drop 2 and then trade Tet or Sutton for Genty. Let's look. So the RBs here, that's not a terrible idea.
Drop one of the Chargers. I mean, you have to drop one of the Chargers.
Yeah, I would drop Vidal because he wasn't on the roster.
Same. And
if he was good, he would have been on the roster over Haskins in the first place.
And I mean, I guess no one really droppable other than Kendre. I mean, it's just I like Kendre, but I'm not like dropping Mason or Marks or Chuba ahead of Kendre.
Well, is that the thing? Would you rather just roll with these Mason, Marks, Haskins, and just keep all these guys? Or would you want to trade from the wide receiver depth here to get a guy like Genty to lock him in with Achane? Because Dowdle might be temporary, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that was a huge game last week. We just don't know.
I am fine with trading either Tedero, McMillan, or Sutton for Genty. Like that part of it, I'm totally on board with. And who would you rather deal off, Joe?
I'd rather deal Tet because Sutton's done it before. That's how I'm very much like that.
That's fair, but if it came to it, I would let the other person have their choice of those two. I'd be willing to that. Yeah.
Sure. All right. Marinda, Flex 2, Pollard, Carter, Haskins, Shakir, Coker, or Bourne.
I think we both agree that Carter has to play.
Carter has to play. I think it's first 2.
Yeah, I'm playing Pollard too, just for the touch volume. And then a second
wide receiver, Shakir, Coker, Worthy, or Bourne. I think you got to play Worthy the way he's played.
Oh, yeah, and against that banged up Detroit secondary. Yeah, for sure.
Unless he's out but it seems like seems like he's hurt every week, but he plays. Give Bill and Pearsall for Josh Jacobs.
Sure, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Other RBs are Chase Brown and Harvey. Yeah. No, yeah. You do that. All right, let's go to TA's question here. TA, Matt Stafford or Jaden Daniels?
I'm playing Jaden Daniels. I just worry about the Ravens' ability to push Stafford into a high-volume passing game, and the weather's a slight concern.
Well, the weather's going to be the same weather.
It is
in the area. I mean, Maryland and Washington D.C. is going to be the same weather Sunday into Monday. I'm going to look at Monday's forecast.
Sometimes bad weather isn't always bad for rushing quarterbacks, and Jaden Daniels is going to give you running value, and Matthew Stafford is not.
Are you worried, though, he's going to get, like, Monday's just rain straight through, too? So are you worried about Daniel since the knee injury? You know, last year he came back from an injury and he didn't run a lot. Are you worried about that?
Yeah, I mean, it might not be a boom spot where he's giving you 70 rushing
I would play
yards,
Daniels, too. I'm just kind of talking it out.
It's possible.
All right, let's go to GP, big spender here. GP, I have a lot on buy or injury. Lamar for one. So for quarterback, Mac Jones or Bryce Young?
Yeah, Mac Jones. And I know Dallas looks like a soft matchup, but again, like Bryce Young does not do well against the sort of coverage that Dallas plays. At least he hasn't. And like Bryce Young has been bad this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has been very bad. So I'm going with Mac.
Flex position, Pacheco, Hunt, or Hollywood? Oh God, I think Hunt has the most touchdown equity of any of them.
I'm good with that. Is it if it's PPR, I might just play Hollywood.
Maybe.
Like
He's got to turn around and look for the football, though. See, that's how it works, Pat.
Yeah, full PPR GP,
I
would play Hollywood. If it's half or standard, I think I would agree with Joe on Hunt.
Yeah, the problem is GP. You've invested in a backfield that is frustrating and impossible in fantasy.
Yeah,
so
and he said
out from it.
Which of those Chiefs players is worth a cut? I will say though, Hollywood is the guy who totally loses value after this week with Rashee Rice coming back. Then he's the third man, arguably the fourth man, because Kelsey is still there in the target pecking order.
I agree 100% with that. And Tyquan's played good enough that Hollywood's expendable. I could see them trading Hollywood too, because I'm sure some teams would want him. Awesome Dev, pick 2, KW3, Carter, Charbonnet, Trevion.
Walker and Carter.
And then also drop 1 for Woody. Did you drop Charbonnet for Woody Marks? I don't think you do because you got KW3. I think you need that insurance policy.
Yeah, that is definitely an insurance policy you want. So I would not do that. Woody had like the one nice game, but man, that offensive line stinks, and Chubb is not leaving the picture.
No, that was clear from last week. Joe Jacobo traded Pickens and Judkins for Lamar in Superflex. Did I cook? Pickens and Judkins for Lamar in the Superflex. I have Gibbs, Bucky, White. All right, so you're playing White right now because Bucky's out. Do I move Ekbuka or Evans or hold both? Well, do not trade Emek Ekbuka. That's nuts. And then I have BTJ and Worthy. Like, Pickens and Judkins, like, that's a lot to give up, but it's a Superflex. I want Lamar. The only problem is you can't play him next week either. But it is what it is at this point. But I do not trade Ekbuka. If you want to trade Evans, that's fine.
Right.
Evans, you might need to trade.
He has both, so you're never going to want to play both in the same week. Like, that's not good. So, yes, see what you can get for Evans. And I like the trade for Lamar. Like, short-term pain for long-term gain. You're not going to get Lamar this week. You're not going to get him in his bye in week 7. After that, smooth sailing.
All right, so while you're sitting on the couch or while you're on the go, we want to check out Game Day, another one of the great perks of the Fantasy Pros apps here. It gives you live play-by-play updates on all your matchups, fantasy leaderboards, and player updates, and it's completely free. That's right. I said it. It's free. Go to fantasypros.com/gameday. Again, download the Fantasy Pros app wherever you get your apps and make Sundays game day with Fantasy Pros. Next up here, Andrew is on the docket. Rashad and Bill are on waivers. What? But I have to drop Travis Etienne to do it. Or either? Is that worth it?
Would you drop Travis
Etienne for Bill? No.
I wouldn't do it for Rashad White. No question.
Sure, certainly not for Rashad White.
The question, Etienne's value has been really touchdown dependent so far, and it hasn't always looked that great.
I know. I'm just giving people more time to learn the offense here. Like, it's a new offense. I'm giving it more time.
And I do think Etienne does seem to fit Liam Cohen's offense pretty well.
There's got to be somebody else to drop, Andrew. Like, who's the last wide receiver on your team? Like, I'm not dropping Etienne for Bill. What is this, like an 8-team league? Like, why these guys?
It might be a pretty shallow league, which.
But in that case, guys like that aren't going to move the needle necessarily. So I don't know.
So I just don't think it's a clear upgrade.
Next question here: full PPR, Pollard, Carter, or Henderson for RB2?
I think Joe and I are both Team Carter here, right?
Team Carter. Let's go. All right, so we got to all the super chats. Look at us. All right, let's go to Adrian De La Cruz. Zach Ertz or Tongas? You like the Tongas?
Oh man, Tongas, like, he's interesting for sure. Like, I like
Ertz, but
Tongas
has been all right.
I've got Ertz tight end 15 and Tongas tight end 17. It's close, but I would go Ertz. Just the better track record, and maybe Jaden Daniels is going to need him this week with McLaurin out and Deebo not fully healthy.
Pollard or Ridley? I'll play Pollard here.
Pollard, yes.
Next is Lorraine Malone or Lorian. Tampa Bay or Raiders defense? Play Raiders against Titans, right? You got to play that matchup. Tampa San Fran could get out of hand.
Yeah, I've got the Raiders ranked higher.
Here's another tight end with Tongas here. Tongas or Fanning?
I'll go Tongas here because, I mean, Dylan Gabriel seemed to favor.
They mean Fannin, I believe.
Fannin.
I want to say. Yeah.
That is definitely an autocorrect thing I've noticed. If you type in Fannin, it gets
big
changed
fans of Dakota
Fanning.
Is that what's happening there? Or
Yeah.
L Fanning? I guess
so. I'd go Tonjes.
All right, looking around, up and down. Would you drop Pacheco and Sean Tucker for Jaden Blue and Kendre Miller? Yes, I would. I would do this.
You drop Pacheco for Jaden Blue?
I would drop Pacheco for Kendre Miller, and I would drop Sean Tucker for Jaden Blue. That's what I would.
All right. Yeah, I mean that's
just pick up or just drop Sean Tucker for Kendre Miller and just let Jaden Blue sit out there.
I don't know if I would rather have Pacheco or Jaden Blue, but I want Kendre Miller more than I want Tucker.
Well, the rest of this is they have Javonte and Kamara, so you'd also have the backfields too.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I mean, it's not quite stuffing and cuffing season, as Pat likes to point out.
That's true, but no, I'm good with it. It makes sense.
Yeah. I think in those rosters, it might be better. But again, watch the bye weeks. Be very careful. You don't want to put yourself in a bad spot here. I'm ya pappy. Should I start Deebo or Keenan Allen? Waddle is my wide receiver too.
Deebo. They just lean so heavily on him with Terry McLaurin out.
All right. Thomas, 12 team, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, home league, 5-0. Nice. Any moves? Upgrade RB or hold. We got Drake May, Egbuka, JSN. Running backs are Bill Dowdle, Mason Taylor, and the flex you've got Nico. Bench is Henderson, Harvey, Warren, Woody Marks, Coker. Love the show. Well, Thomas, thank you.
Thanks,
and
Thomas.
First of all, it's pretty good. You've got Henderson and Harvey, which are kind of like these 2 bullets here that I'm expecting at some point you're going to need to take over that RB2 spot. But there's definitely been some good luck here too. There's no doubt about that from this roster.
Yeah. There's some possible guys who could improve his running back situation, like Henderson, Harvey. I think one of those guys at some point at least gets an uptick in usage. And Jaylen Warren, like as long as he's healthy, he's going to be a usable piece in the Pittsburgh backfield. Maybe Marks becomes something. So I like it. I mean, the top end wide receiver firepower is awesome. He doesn't have a great number 3, but he could always flex a running back, and he has London as a flex, Nico and London as flex guys. Yikes. This is
a really good team, Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas,
and you've got exactly what you want. You got a 5-0 record with 2 running backs that we like long term taking over at some point.
Yeah,
you can't do it better,
man. I can't suggest anything else. And Thomas, you absolutely rolled Yahtzee at wide receiver with those 4.
Well, but this is what happens in a 2 wide receiver league. People don't pay enough attention to it, and then if you just hammer it, you're taking care of both flex spots here with your wide receivers, which is what you want to do in a 12-team PPR 2 wide receiver league.
Yeah,
so,
I love this.
Well done. Well done. That should be a league winner right there. Daniel Jones or Mac Jones?
Daniel Jones.
There you go. It's fun to ask that question in 2025, the year of our Lord. Right? Like if I asked you that a couple years ago,
right?
They're playing for the Giants, and who'd have thought we're both excited to start them? But it's like Giants Daniel Jones or Patriots Mac Jones. Who do you want to start?
I know.
That's usually.
I know.
All right. T. Higgins or Ridley from
the only thing, just to go back to that real fast, it might be different if Mac Jones was fully healthy himself and if he had a full complement of weapons, but down a little bit of weaponry, Daniel Jones.
T. Higgins or Ridley?
I've still got. Let me just make sure
I am so morbidly curious about Joe Flacco in this game. You have no idea. Because he holds the ball too long and the offensive line is terrible and their pass rush is good. Like, this could be a disaster. But it is Joe Flacco and he's got a big arm, and now you're giving him Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. It's kind of like, I kind of want to see it.
I mean, he's been so bad under pressure.
I know.
The Packers coming off a bye and coming off.
But he did just beat the Packers already this year, too. Well, let's not forget he did beat the Packers.
It wasn't Joe Flacco beating the Packers. It was the Packers beating themselves.
All right, let me put it this way. He didn't lose to the Packers.
I'm still going with Ridley here.
It is going to be fascinating to watch. Like I said, it's like watching a train wreck. Let's go to Jordan's question. Bench 1, Quentin Johnson, Deebo, or Cortland Sutton. I think it's Sutton against Sauce, right?
I've got QJ ranked the lowest of these. I'm okay with either Sutton or QJ. I just worry a little bit about this hamstring issue with Johnston, Joe, and wonder if maybe it's more of a Ladd McConkey, Keenan Allen game.
Fair enough. I just pulled off a trade for CeeDee Lamb with Jamie Eisenberg in one of the CBS expert leagues, where I got CeeDee Lamb for QJ. Was it QJ and QJ and Ladd? Just traded all my other guys to him.
Wow.
So I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was QJ and Deebo, and I got back Shakir and Lamb. That's what the trade was.
Oh,
So
I love that deal for you.
I like that deal too. And he offered it to me, and I was like, And I
Interesting.
know he's hurting. Like, he needs some now help.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, because like he's one of those teams, like a 2-win team. You're like, I'm not going to lose to these other guys. He's super
Hey,
competitive. But I was like, I'm 3-2.
take advantage.
I'll take the
Sure.
risk.
Yep.
He's 2-3. I'm 3-2. I was like, oh, I'll take the risk.
I like
All
it.
right, David, Mac Jones or Tua?
Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Tua's got that thumb issue. Thumb issues with quarterbacks scare me.
Man, I don't know what the rewrite of the Dolphins is going to be in the next couple of years, but I don't know, man. That is a disaster.
I will say they have not laid down. They took that whipping against the Colts in week 1. Since then, every game they've played, has been within like 10 points. And the 10-point game was the game against the Bills on Thursday night where they almost pulled off the upset. Like, if not for that stupid roughing the punter penalty.
They just have no defense and no discipline. It's just not a good football team.
Like, they're not quitting under Mike McDaniel, though.
No, but the organization will quit on him on the bye in week 12. I'm telling you right now. Malarkey, this is a tough spot. Should I drop Pearsall for Shaheed?
No, I'm not dropping Pearsall. He was
too
good pre-injury.
But I get it. I get that question. That's a frustrated manager who every week is trying to start Pearsall, and every week they can't start Pearsall. I totally understand that. All right, Miranda is here. Offered Tet for CD. CD owner is 2-3. Almost speaking of the devil, right? Yep. Also has McLaurin. So weak at wide receiver. Mine are BTJ, Tet, Pickens, Evans, Ridley. So you get Evans back hopefully at some point.
I don't think Miranda's doing terrible at wide receiver, but I like her idea of Tet for CD.
Just move it up.
Yeah.
Look, I think the fact that they didn't put him on the injured reserve list makes you think that like he's got to be next week, right? Like,
you would hope.
Or do they have the bye coming? No, the bye's late for the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they like a double-digit bye?
I think so.
Like 10 or 12 or something. I have to look at that. But if the bye was coming up, or I was like, okay, well, it's kind of tough, but it's still far away, and they didn't put him on the IR. Like, why wouldn't they just put him on the IR? Would it help them from a
they didn't even declare CD out this week until Friday, I believe. So like I do think he's probably pretty close. Yeah.
I think he practices next week. That's what I'm guessing. All right, let's go to H13 Productions, 10-team PPR, 1-4 hit by injuries. Join the club. QB, Jaden Daniels, Caleb. Then you've got Henry, Monty, Chase Brown. Boy, oh boy, the Chase Brown-Henry combination, that's just been crushing this year. Benson, Dowdle, wide receiver, Alicia Egbuka, Johnston, Doubs, J-Mo. Boy, this is a tough team. There's a lot of goose eggs in here, Patty. Waller, Kelsey, Mason Taylor. Do I trade Henry and Johnston for a Dunze and overpay? Yes.
I think
first thing you do is trade one of those tight ends.
You say do the deal. Because the deal
for Derek Johnston? Yeah.
No,
if it's Hunter Henry. Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry. It's Derek Henry.
Does he trade Derek Henry and Quentin Johnson?
I'm sorry. I thought it was Hunter Henry there for a second because we were looking at tight end. That's my bad.
Yeah. I want to hold Henry and hope that he gets his mojo back in a couple of weeks.
You got to trade these tight ends. You got 3 tight ends on this roster. That's killing you, man. You can't do this.
Yeah, I'm not doing this deal. Odunze has been great, but he's not going to have a touchdown in every game like he has through the first 4 weeks of the season.
Can you trade Johnston and Kelsey for a better wide receiver? Can you do that? Does that help you move up maybe? Like, I'm okay streaming Waller and Taylor all year. Like, I don't think that's the worst thing.
Yeah, H13, I do think it's a slight overpay.
Yeah, it is. But, I mean, I don't know. Or is it better to send Monty and Kelsey for Pippen? Yes. I think that one might be better.
I do like that one.
Keep Henry. So there you go.
And that's a fair exchange, too.
Yeah, that's certainly a better one, too. All right, we are donezy for today, but again, we'll be back tomorrow, same time on the channel to get your questions answered. In the meantime, drop your comments below. You could win the Wall Smack when you subscribe to the FantasyPros YouTube channel. This is our giveaway from Trophy Smack this week, the Wall Smack. Again, ring the bell till it goes ding, like the stream, drop the comment, subscribe to the channel, and the Wall Smack can be yours. And of course, DraftKings Sportsbook is got a cool thing here, the Pick 6. So play a little Pick 6 this weekend with DraftKings Pick 6. Play $5, get $50 in bonus picks, and you have to use that promo code FPROS in order to get that little bonus there. And of course, if you want to know, are they playing? Well, use the tools. Are they playing? FantasyPros.com/are they playing? That's the place to know who's in, who's out for week 6 in the NFL. All right, Patty, that'll do it for us, but the story of the game goes on. Go Brewers! Hopefully Patty is happy after this. We'll see you next time, kids. Have a great weekend. All right, what's the score tonight? Give me the prediction, Pat.
No, man.
Come on.
I'm going to be negative. I'm going to say they lose 5-3, and that I'm going to reverse jinx it.
All right. I don't want to jinx it, so I won't say. I don't want to put the bad mojo on it.
All right. Thank you.